Hello everyone, and welcome back to our video series of using Twitter in the classroom. So is your classroom ready for Twitter? The first video really focused on just a general overview of some of the great resources out there on how to actually use Twitter in your classroom. In this brief video, I just want to focus just quickly on the idea of social media and digital citizenship. Because again, if you're going to be using Twitter with your classes, I really think this is a great learning opportunity for students about digital citizenship, for either elementary, middle, high school, or whatever grade you're teaching. Again, I think a proactive approach is to really showcase how to use Twitter as a positive resource for sharing with others, for creating with others, and for learning. Some oftentimes we get negative sort of stories about the pitfalls of social media, students using social media for bullying, students using social media perhaps for inappropriate content, whatever the case may be. But here is a great way to show that social media can be a great thing. It can be a positive thing. I won't mention specifics, but I attended a wonderful presentation at a university where they talked about the proactive ways this university used Twitter to really sort of hone their candidates for the university. And they really tried to teach their students at the university how to use Twitter to promote themselves. So again, if you're involved in an internship, use Twitter to post all the great things you're doing. If you did some sort of volunteer work or went overseas and abroad, or maybe you did a mission trip, whatever the case may be, posting that on Facebook, posting it on Twitter. So as you're building your career and building your resume, your social media is really a vital part of that. And that was just an awesome, awesome presentation. And during that presentation, the individual who gave it talked about sort of an interesting story of a young lady, a young woman who was applied to the university, and she was attending the college to sort of tour it, and she was attending some lectures and some classes. And during one of the classes, she was on Twitter, and she posted, she couldn't believe how she was sitting in this class. She was so bored, and the professor was lecturing. She didn't understand it, and she mentioned the university in her tweet. The university quickly picked up on it. This was a very negative post about the university, and at that point, her application was denied. She was no longer considered for enrollment. So, that's a brief story, but again, I think it's an important story. It's a story I share with my students, that this is an important part of our lives, and it's a part of our lives that we should, carefully craft, in a sense, to really promote ourselves and others. And here's a great opportunity. So with that said and done, I think this is a great way to kind of do this. So here I have three things I kind of want to share with you. You have this digital citizenship poster for elementary school classrooms. I think it's just kind of really neat. It's cute for elementary grades, about cyberbullying and some of the aspects of that. So you can download this and you can print this out. Another one I have here for you is more for middle and high school classrooms. Again, if you're launching a Twitter project with your class and you're asking them to be on Twitter and to really, take that responsibility on, this is a great, I think, starting point for that discussion about how you use it in a proactive way. All right. I just think that was important to share with you. And then this is a larger sort of guideline, and this might even be more for school administrators, but it's something that I would read if you're trying to promote this for the first time in your school. So if you're a teacher and you want to bring social media into your school, I would approach your administrators with a great knowledge base, so you can sort of highlight and showcase what's being done and what are some of the things that need to be considered. I think this will help your pitch, so to speak. This is a great article on how to organize that, how to research that, to really create guidelines about how to be proactive with social media in your particular school. Okay, so I hope this will be a great resource for you. All right, so thank you so much. This was sort of a brief video, but I thought it was a nice stepping stone. Now I want to kind of get into some different examples of how I use Twitter with my students, and then also later about using Twitter for professional development. All right, thank you so much and have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.